Hello makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because we're going to be talking about indie makeup releases, all the new releases from the past week or so, what I think about them, everything that has caught my eye, whether it be for a good reason or a bad reason. We've got some interesting releases to discuss. So before we jump in, I thought I'd mention really quickly what's on my face because I'm sure I'll get questions. Currently filming a 3 looks 1 palette with the Glam Light Cake palette, which is really pretty. Here is what it looks like. And then I also have Tara Moon's my brain stinks. Okay. I have Tara Moon's Saturn's Rings on the inner corner just for a little pop, Nabla Ozone highlighter, and then my lips are Fenty Beauty Sweet Mouth Gloss Bomb. Alright, so this video series is inspired by Aniela Kanikas and Samantha March. I'll have both of their channels linked down below, as well as the Community Will I Buy It playlist in case you want to watch some more videos like this. And I'll also have all the Instagram accounts that I use, just giving credit to them because that's definitely the easiest way to make this video happen every single week. If I had to go search for all of these releases myself, this would be a monthly video, not weekly or bi-weekly. No, wait, bi-monthly. Wait, what? Every 2 weeks, okay? I don't know. Alrighty, so the very first release that we have here is from Nomads Cosmetics, and I was actually really surprised because last time I did any makeup releases, I talked about 2 different shades that they had sneak peeked, and one was the light pink shade and the other was the light green, and I was like, ooh, are they coming out with a pastel palette? Like, I was all about it, super excited. But then there was like a little plot twist because it was not a big palette. It is 2 separate little quads, and I do think these are cute. They are the Encinitas and Malibu California palettes. They are available now, and I like them. I think that they're cute and they're like a really good mixture of like a little bit of neutral, a little bit of a pop, but neither of them called to me enough to be like, okay, yeah, you need to purchase that right now. I just thought it was kind of like that's cute from a distance kind of feeling. So that was a pass for me. And then Sugarpill came out with a new palette, and this was called the Capsule Collection Pink Edition, which makes me think that maybe they will end up doing more editions. And it's available now, I believe. Whenever I first posted it on Indie Makeup Spotlight, it was available for pre-order, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a moment. Even though I don't really love this palette and the way it looks, I was like, okay, I got a pre-order, no one's even talking about it, like I have the link, should I buy it because I could be first? Like, kind of like those crazy like YouTuber thoughts. But then I'm like, you don't even like it, don't do it. That's a lot of work for something you don't like. So the packaging is interesting. I don't hate it. They're trying to do something different. It's not something I would buy or not buy because of the packaging, but the colors just don't really call to me, like just all together, like as like a color story. It just doesn't draw me in. So this was a pass for me. I know Bad to the Brow did a video. She did a review and 4 looks. I haven't watched it yet. I've been meaning to whenever I get a chance. So I can't wait to watch that. So if you are curious to hear someone's thoughts on this, definitely recommend her. I feel like Millie is always super honest and she does like the most beautiful eye looks. So I'll leave her channel link down below in the description box with the link for this release. So yeah, I decided to pass on it. I don't need it. It's fine. Also, I feel like my overall experience with Sugarpill has been like, oh yeah, this is good, but never like an I'm in love with any of their products kind of thing. So, alrighty. Next is the new Eternal Rose palette from Baby Bat Beauty, and this is available now, and I definitely think that this is pretty. It's in a little bat packaging, which is cool. It really fits the theme of their brand. I'm kind of a little back and forth on this. I do think it looks nice. I like the colors. And I tried their NOX palette and the mattes were so good, so creamy, so pigmented. I was blown away, but I wasn't a fan of the shimmers. And I don't know, looking at the shimmers here, they do maybe look a little bit crumbly. I'm not sure. I don't know if I liked this shimmer formula enough to want to take another chance for another palette. So, I don't know, maybe if someone else reviews this, I'll watch it. I might get sucked in, but as for right now, it's a pass for me. And then next we have some new Flashpoint highlighters, and these are from the Lab Cos. I'm not sure if it's the Lab Cosmetics, if that's their full name, but they came out with 9 new highlighters, and these are available now for either $18 each or the bundle of 9 shades for $145. I don't know why anybody would need the entire bundle. That's a lot of highlighters. I think that these look pretty. It's definitely hard to justify spending almost $20 for a highlighter without really knowing the formula, knowing how you would like it. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I have so many highlighters I love that it's not often that I buy a new one without hearing other people have already talked about it. I don't know, I kind of like the shade Toxic Spill, looks pretty. The shade CU29 is cute, but I don't think it's anything where I'm like, yes, I need to purchase that right now kind of thing. I'm definitely keeping my eye on them, curious to see what else they release. I've never tried anything from the Lab Cos. So, all right, next is from Shroud Cosmetics, and these are really cute. These are their new Dark Hearts 2 eyeshadow trio. So these are 3 different single shadows that are available now. And I believe that this is a completely brand new formula for them. It's supposed to be like super metallic and sparkly and just really, really gorgeous. It's kind of hard to tell in a still picture, but whenever I was seeing the videos and then like going back and forth, they did look super, super sparkly and pretty. And I like the colors. I feel like I like the greeny one the most, but the same as their previous trio that they did, I liked the colors. I liked the way the formula looked. But I'm personally not super drawn to buy a bunch of deep shades. I just feel like, to me, I look at that and I think, okay, that's an all over the lid shade, but I don't really wear deep all over the lid shades that often. I am wearing a little bit of a deeper one today, but I prefer my eye looks. I feel like a lighter shade all over the lid makes my eyes look bigger. That's what I prefer, so I don't think I would go out of my way to purchase these. Maybe the green one, though. The green one's really pretty, and they are available as singles, or you can get the bundle together. So if I'm ever on their website purchasing something new, I could see grabbing just that one shade, but I wouldn't make an order just for 3 shadows or just for 1 shadow, either way. So anyways, next is from Gorman Cosmetics, and this is the new Volume 2 collaboration with Batgirl Ecta. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but this is available now for $30, and it looks pretty. It's kind of like a neutral palette with, I don't know, a little bit of everything. There's some warm, some cool, some pops of color. I feel like it looks fine, but it doesn't really pull me in. Again, it's not like a color scheme altogether where I'm like, oh yes, I have to have that kind of thing. I do think the pops of color in here are kind of unique. There's lighter shades, there's deeper shades, there's medium shades, so I like that there are a range of depth. But again, I'm just not like pulled into this release. All right, so next is some new sneak peeks from Divina Cosmetics, which I'm definitely excited about. So they are going to be launching 6 new shadows whenever they reopen. So they actually moved from California to Oregon, I want to say, and they've had everything on their website sold out for like, I don't know, maybe a few weeks, the last month or so, as they go through the moving process, but they're sneak peeking these for whenever they reopen, and it should be at the end of this month. I don't have an exact date yet, but I do think these look really, really pretty. They look super wet and metallic, which I find the regular Divina shadows to be a little bit more on the powdery side, like the shimmers. I don't really reach for their regular shimmers very often. I like their regular mattes, and I like their Galaxy Dust, and I like their Willy Wonka Exploders, and I like their Sugar Drops collection, but I feel like compared to like the amazingness of all that, the regular metallic shadows are just, they're not my absolute favorite formula, but these look super, super liquidy, like just pure foil. So I'm intrigued by them. Some of them look to be duochromes. I'm not sure what they're going to be called or like what their formula is or anything, but I just think from the swatches alone, I'm intrigued. I love some good single shadows. So they also are releasing some new eyeshadow palettes as well, like empty magnetic palettes with different amounts of colors. So they have a little 6 pan one, a little 9 pan one, and then a 12 pan one as well. And I really, really love palettes that have the inserts like this, just because I feel like there's something about making your own color story and putting them in a palette like this. I feel like it just makes it look so much more official. Like in my head, whenever, I mean, it doesn't matter to probably most people, but when I put a color story together and it looks like the shades were supposed to be there and it's not just in an empty magnetic palette, again, this is psychological, it's all in my head, but I feel like it just makes the color story that much more complete for me. And whenever I do like specific, like build your own palettes, I love being able to put them into a palette that has slots. I don't know. I love the aesthetic of it. So I am really excited about this. I like their holographic palettes. I think they're pretty. So depending on the price, I could definitely see picking some up. All right, y'all. That was weird. Okay, I'm so excited about this. This is a sneak peek from M Cosmetics. They are coming out with 3 new matte shades. I love the M Cosmetics matte formula so much. It's ridiculous. I actually just got an order in that I made at the end of last month, and I haven't opened it yet, or I haven't looked through the shadows yet, but they are a bunch of different matte shades that I purchased. I purchased like a bunch of neutral mattes from them just because I love their formula so much. It's probably my favorite matte formula from an indie brand that I've ever tried. It is so good. It's ridiculous. So smooth and creamy and easy to blend. Like, just a dream to work with. And they've had, I don't know, maybe like 12 shades or something for a long time. They've recently been coming out with a few more. Like, I think they came out with another green shade, I want to say. And they've been restocking some. So I'm tempted to make another order. But I'm trying to wait until these release because I'm so excited about. There's like a really nice matte deep navy. That purple shade looks so beautiful. And then a really warm kind of orangey yellow tone. I just really, really love their matte formula. Like, I can't express that enough. So when I saw this sneak peek, I was so happy about it. And I feel like M Cosmetics is one of those indie brands that just feels so underrated. Like, I rarely ever hear anyone talking about them, and they are so good, so worth talking about. It's ridiculous how good their quality is. Like, I think I have 2 highlighters from them now, but the Peach Silk highlighter is so beautiful and just like wet looking on the skin. It doesn't emphasize texture. It's like the perfect peach shade for a fair skin tone. They've got a bunch of different colors, and I don't know, their metallics are so pigmented and just truly foiled. Like, I can't say enough. Can't say enough. They're so good. I'm so excited about this. I know it's the tiniest sneak peek ever, but I got really, really happy when I saw it. All right, so next are some more new single shadows that I'm super excited about. So these are the new Cosmic Chameleon shadows, which are available. I think that they're still available when this video goes up, but I'm not sure. They were available for pre-order for $13 each, or the set of 6 for $70. And these are some really intense, like, multi-chrome type shadows. I don't know if they're being marketed as multi-chromes, but they are super foiled, shifting shades, and I really love their iridescent chameleons. So I was personally planning on purchasing these. I was going back and forth because I am trying to do like a low buy for the month of February. I've done really good. I've only purchased makeup on one day. I made 2 orders, which we'll talk about during the course of this video, and I was going to purchase these. I asked on Instagram if you guys wanted me to review them. Almost everyone said yes, so I was going to purchase them, but they told me that they would send them to me in PR, which I'm so grateful for, because I would be more than happy to support what they're doing. I feel like they make amazing shadows. I've been crushing over their brand. I feel like all the colors are really, really beautiful, but the ones that speak to me the absolute most would definitely be the top middle shade. It goes from like a purple to a pink to an orange. I think it just looks like such a beautiful color scheme. I feel like I could see like doing like a full kind of like sunset-y type of look and using that on the lid, and it would be stunning. And then on the bottom row, the blue and the purple just look so beautiful. So I cannot wait to try those, and also I'm definitely going to test those out and compare them to the Vibrant Multichromes from Clionadh, because I'm so curious to see how those will compare to each other. All right, so next is the new Alomar Cosmetics Brighten and Bronze Complexion Trio. They have 3 new palettes and 3 new brushes, which are available now. So the brushes, I actually talked about in yesterday's video because I did get them in BoxyCharm. I used them again today. Here's what they look like. They're so good. I'm really obsessed with this bronzer brush. It looks super weird. I used it for my bronzer again today, and I feel like it just blends bronzer so well. I don't know why this whole weird bronzy thing works, but it does. And then I've also been liking this for highlighter. I don't know, I'm a fan of Alomar Cosmetics, definitely. And then, so I knew I had those in my BoxyCharm, so obviously I wasn't planning to purchase them. But I saw that lightest contour kit, or actually, she specifically said that these are not contour kits, because The whole Gabby was talking about these and her explanation of why they're not contour kits and how we're not dead and we don't have to walk around with gray shadows made me laugh. Definitely, she thought of a name for a really long time before she came up with the Brighten and Bronze trio, is what I believe it's called. Anyways, off topic. The tones of the palette are so beautiful, like so nice for fair skin. Like I was just immediately so blown away. There's like a really, really light kind of brightening powder I could see like setting underneath my eyes kind of thing. And then there is a shade which is a nice kind of bronzer, and it's called Pale Wear, which is hysterical. And then the deepest shade is called Cafe Con Leche, and it's just a touch darker, and I believe that's supposed to be the deepest shade. It's supposed to just add a little bit of extra contour wherever you need, a little extra depth that you wouldn't put everywhere. So you can kind of adjust it to your personal needs. And I don't know, I just thought it looked really, really nice. And I feel like I've found some bronzers I really, really love, but it's not often that I've found a contour kit or a bronzer kit or just a kit in general, a palette in general for the face, where all the shades work for me and where they felt like they were made for fair skin. I feel like most of the time it's like I like one shade or another one's too dark for me or another one's too warm, and I kind of sacrifice and only use certain shades and whatnot. So I don't know, I feel like this just appealed to me so much. And then there is a medium one and a deep rich one as well, which both the shades look nice to me as someone who doesn't really do makeup on medium or deep skin tones, so I don't know how much my opinion matters, but I think that they did look nice. And on the models I was looking at pictures, they looked really pretty, so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see them continue to expand. Just waiting for the highlighter palettes next. They better be coming or I'm gonna fight someone. I'm ready to do a full face of Alomar Cosmetics, okay? And La Costa from the original palette's too dark for me. Alright, so next is a new collection from Mel Cosmetics, and actually whenever I filmed my last indie makeup releases, I had seen everything, but it hadn't been officially revealed. It was just someone like showing off their PR, and the brand hadn't posted it, so I felt weird when I was editing it to put the picture first, just because I've made that mistake in the past, especially with having like a little news Instagram thing. It's like, oh, you want to be the first person to put news out there, but I've just decided, you know, it's so much better to just wait for the brand, like the likes or whatever. The engagement's not worth it at all. Just let the brand have their moment and then I can post it later. So I wanted to wait to talk about it, and I didn't want to put it in the video until it had been officially revealed. And then that night after I had edited it, it had already been revealed. So it was like me talking in my video like, this is so not me. But then I didn't even have the picture and everyone else had seen it. So it felt like a whole weird timing kind of thing. But anyways, I just want to give you my thoughts really quickly. So I was definitely let down by this collection because it was like modern love, pink, and I'm like, ooh, I love it. I love what they're gonna do. And it looked like they did this sneak peek that looked like there was gonna be so many products, and it looked like there was maybe gonna be a blush and like a little stack or something, and then it was just like not. So there is the Millennial Pink palette, which I don't hate it. They're doing something new. It's fine. There's like some pink tones, some cool tones. I think that the overall idea, I feel like it's grown on me a little bit the more looks I've seen with it. I'm like, oh yeah, like I can see how that would be cute. I don't hate it, but also the fact that it's called Millennial Pink and there's not a single actual true Millennial Pink shade in the palette makes me scratch my head a little bit. And then there were two more of their gel eyeliners, which I actually do really, really like those. I have the 4 shades from the Amor Eterno collection, and I really like them a lot. And then they have 4 glosses, which the formula of the gloss, just looking at them, the colors in general, I didn't really love except for the shade Johnny Rose, which was the cutest one to me, kind of like a pinky tone, but still it looked very like metallic-y, glittery kind of thing, and I just prefer my glosses to be juicy, and that's it. I don't need metallic, glittery, duochrome-esque, and even if I wanted to reach for that every once in a while, I already have glosses like that, and I just use them rarely. I tap them on the tiny, like, little center of my lips, so it's not a product. So it's not a product that I use that often. So yeah, this entire collection was a pass for me, but I have to look at it half glass full because I saved money. I didn't buy it. It was good. All right, let me check if I have any other indie brands to talk about really quickly. Actually, yes, I do. So first, I just have to mention this. This is the new Chameleon eyeshadow in the shade Zero Gravity from Beauty Bar Baby. I've never tried anything from Beauty Bar Baby. It's not for any particular reason. I just haven't yet. But this shade, I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like it's like haunting my dreams. It looks like the most beautiful shade. And their chameleons are only $6. I feel like that is super affordable. So I would love to know if you guys have tried anything from Beauty Bar Baby. I can't stop thinking about this one shade. I feel like the other shades look pretty. I'm like, I could potentially try them. I could test them out, whatever. Did I even tell you guys that I bought the Alomar palette? I was talking about how pretty it was. Did I even say that I purchased it? I did. I did purchase it. Why is my brain like this? I bought it. I made a small order. I bought 2 other things in that order as well that I'm super excited about, so I'll try and review that as soon as possible. Okay. If you've tried Beauty Bar Baby, please let me know. Let me know if you like the quality. I feel ridiculous making an order for just one shadow, but this shade pulled me in. All right, so we also have a new little sneak peek from Oprah Cosmetics. Oh wait, no, this is not a sneak peek. This is completely available and it's been available. What is wrong with me? Okay, so these are 2 new eyeshadow palettes from Oprah, and I think that these actually look super, super pretty. I'm excited to see that they're doing a mixture of matte and shimmer. I have one palette from them in the past, which was in this like little 5-pan layout, and it was all shimmers, which the formula was decent, but it's just not something that I would use that often. Like, I really, if I'm gonna have like a little tiny palette that I can bring places or just have on the go, like, I don't know, I just feel like little tiny palettes, I like them to be all in one. It doesn't matter. I mean, I could technically reach for other things, but it's just a nice concept. So anyways, I thought that the palettes look really pretty. There's like a really warm one, and then there is a purple toned one. The purple toned one obviously caught my attention. I really, really like it. It has the Neptune highlighter, which I actually was just sent from them through Octoly, but I haven't even tried it yet. I think I'm going to try and use that tomorrow, actually. And then the other shades look beautiful. I'm pretty sure the lightest shade is also kind of like a pink duochrome. So yeah, that's definitely tempting, but I'm trying to talk myself out of that purchase currently. I did not give in. Again, trying to do the low buy thing just for the month, trying to be better. I've got some trips coming up, trying to save money, you know what I'm saying? So that's a pass for now. And then there's also a new brand, and I don't know this influencer at all. Her name is Vanity Makeup. I'm not familiar with any of her content, but I did see this picture of her new brand, Vanity Makeup Cosmetics, and I was definitely super intrigued. So she's coming out with contour kits or contour trios, and they are all cream products. I felt like the lightest one definitely called to me. I like the idea of having 3 cream products together that you could enjoy all of them. But the thing is that I just purchased the Salt New York cream pro tints, whatever they're called exactly, and I got a highlight shade, I got a bronzer shade, I got 2 blushy shades, and I got the little palette to put it in. So even though I pre-ordered it and it's not here yet, I know that it's coming, and I don't need to have another product that's essentially the exact same idea, minus the matte highlighting shade, which I don't even think I would use that much. So this is a pass for me, even though I do think it looks really beautiful, and I'm definitely very curious to watch other people review it. And then there's also, let's see, oh yeah, we've got one more indie brand sneak peek, which was super exciting. So I'm going to post a little video, I think, just because it's kind of hard to explain. If I just put a picture, there's something and it looks super, super sparkly. It's a little heart that says "Be Mine." And let me pull it up so I can read. Goodness gracious. Okay, so this is from Bitter Lace Beauty, and they said, "We hope you are having a sweet Valentine's Day. How about a sneak peek? We've been dropping shades all day and the workroom smells like sweet tarts. Are you ready?" So I don't know, the shade here, it just looks so beautiful and sparkly, and the shift looks straight up my alley, right up my alley, however you want to say it. I feel like I constantly mess up common sayings. It's fine. I'm really excited about this just because I've always wanted to try Bitter Lace Beauty. And I feel like, I don't know, the timing has never been right, or I've never wanted to purchase the collection in regards to how much it costs, because they are definitely a little bit more of an expensive indie brand, which I'm not putting down or anything. I'm sure they put a lot of time and work and good quality ingredients and everything, but it's just like, I feel like if I'm gonna pay those prices, it's got to be something that I really, really want to try. So I am very hopeful that whatever this collection will be, that it'll capture my heart. I really, really want it to. I really want to try them out. All right, so I think that's all the indie brands that we have to talk about today. We can jump into some mainstream releases. So next, okay, this is from Colourpop, and these are their new Luxe Glosses. I could not help myself. Couldn't help myself. I saw this collection, and I need 8 new glosses. Like, I need a hole in my head, but I bought it. I love gloss so much, and I just feel like the packaging and just something about the description, like I just felt like this gloss was gonna be the Colourpop gloss formula for me. Like, it just sounded so nice, and I felt like I actually genuinely like all 8 shades that are in this collection. So whenever it launched, it was actually like immediately available for 30% off, and it was above the free shipping mark. So I thought that this would be a good video idea. I could do lip swatches. I could try them before I do the lip swatches so I can review them and just give you guys my thoughts, and I don't know, hopefully fall in love with them. I don't know, there's so many nice colors, and I absolutely love neutral glosses. So I bought it. I didn't buy anything else, just this when I made my order. So those were actually the only 2 things I purchased this month, was the Alomar bronzer palette, which I actually got 2 other things in that order because I wanted free shipping, and I'd been wanting to buy those 2 other things for a while. And then this gloss set. There might be another order coming soon in my future from Sephora because there's something messing with me that I can't get out of my head. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, super excited about that collection, obviously. So next is something that I had to do some deep self-reflection to talk myself out of. This is the new Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. And all drama aside, I think that the palette is really, really beautiful. Like, I really like the colors. I love warm tones. I love the purples. I love the whole sunset vibes. I've had really good experiences with Morphe's shadows recently. I feel like they're affordable and they're dependable, and like, of course, they're not like super, super high-end, overhyped, amazing, like the best quality ever, but you can do beautiful, beautiful looks with them. Honestly, if this palette had been released without Jaclyn's name on it, I probably would have bought it. But I don't know. I was thinking about how my clown video that I did with Karen about how many products that I bought because of Jaclyn Hill's name being on them turning into a clown purchase, and I just don't know if it sits right with me to support her. I don't know. It's kind of like back and forth because honestly, I really want to try some of her highlighters and the setting powder. Like, they look so good. I've been keeping myself at bay. But just this palette, I don't know. I feel like as much as I think it's pretty, I just don't, like, I don't even want the stress of having to talk about this on my channel and having to deal with people's opinions and, like, people thinking, like, you should talk about it or you shouldn't talk about it or you should feel this way but you can't feel that way. Like, all the things that come with talking about something controversial. So it's a pass. And I'm okay. I'm fine. Alright, so speaking of another controversial pass, this is from Jeffree Star, and this is the new Bloodlust palette. And I don't hate this, but I don't love it. I was surprised by it. Whenever I saw the reveal, my overall thought was just, that's very, very light. Like, surprisingly super, super light. There doesn't even look to be that much depth to it. I feel like I've seen so many people do like these like mock-ups of like a royal blood palette and what they would do of a purple palette like with the Jeffree Star packaging, and it looked so pretty, and I thought if that's ever going to be real, like that is going to be so hard not to want to buy. But this is a pretty easy pass. I actually did see someone post a picture of this palette and they changed the background to brown, and they were like, doesn't it make it look less enticing or something along those lines? And I actually thought it looked prettier with the brown background because it was able to bring the purples in the palette forward a little bit more, and they looked more interesting and vibrant in my opinion. But overall, I don't know, doesn't really speak to me. I'm fine. I'm not like sad that I'm not buying it or anything. All right, so next we have one skincare thing to mention, and this is from Milk Makeup, and this is their new vegan milk cleanser. This definitely caught my attention. I'm pretty sure for the same reason it caught everyone else's attention, and that is because the original moisturizer in this line is so good, and I feel like I would probably like this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be great for sensitive skin and hydrating while also cleansing, and it sounds nice, but I just don't need a new cleanser at this moment. I don't want to get hooked on a cleanser that cost more than $10 if I'm being honest. If it came up as a sample or a promo code on Sephora, I would definitely try it, but I just don't plan on purchasing it at this moment. Really curious to see what people end up saying about it. And then, let's see. Oh, we have a new brand coming, and this is Selena Gomez's brand, and it is called Rare Beauty. It says it's coming summer 2020 only at Sephora, and I didn't really feel one way or another about this. Kind of just felt like Switzerland, very neutral, just like, oh, that's cool. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's coming out of the line, but I'm also not like, oh my gosh, I need to buy whatever it is right away. I'm intrigued to see what it'll end up being. I did want to share, though, a tweet from Samantha Ravindal because it killed me. I'm gonna leave it on screen so she can get like the full credit, like whatever she said exactly, but basically people are so upset about this, and she's like, yeah, you're right, I missed the day when all makeup lines were owned by old white guys. And I literally died because that's like one of my favorite things to say whenever I'm talking about why I love indie brands and how cool it is to support like small businesses and people who are trying to put their kids through college, or just however they're supporting their family or supporting themselves. Like, I think it's so amazing, and I'm like, that's so much better than buying from a brand and helping some old white guy buy his 9th house in the middle of Europe. Like, come on. So I just agreed with that so much. I mean, I'm sure she could still buy her 9th house in the middle of Europe, so it's not quite the same level, but I do agree. And I don't know, I feel like women should support women. Doesn't mean you have to buy it, but maybe, I don't know, let's use a little bit of kindness maybe. And you can share your opinion without being nasty. So yeah, again, I was just kind of Switzerland about it, but thought I'd share that because it made me laugh. All right, so next from BH Cosmetics are some new blushes, and these are so overwhelming. Like this picture, there are 9 new blush quads from them, which, it's nice that they have a really good range, and there's like light, medium, deep, extra deep blushes. But I just feel like there are so many palettes, and there's multiples where the colors look super similar, and I don't know. I feel like whenever I get overwhelmed by a release, I'm rather just be like, no, I'm not going to buy it, than have to sit there and like really genuinely think about which one would work best for me. Because even like the lightest one, it looks, I don't know, some of the shades look super pale and similar, and like the tones are the same. Like that lightest palette there, like the tones are so similar in 3 of those shades. So I feel like even like I could just have that one shade there and I could build it up to that, or I could just use a light layer and it would look like that one. So I don't know. This is a pass for me. It's cute, but no. And then last but not least is kind of a funny little moment. So this is new from Real Techniques, and this is their 3-in-1 adjustable blender set. I feel so ridiculous. I saw this as a sneak peek and it said rotate, attach, blend, and I was like, oh, they're coming out with like the rotating brushes, but for like a drugstore price. And I like ran on the Ulta website. I was looking for it. It didn't come up right away. I had to search on the Safari, and like I finally got it. And then I realized that it is not a rotating brush head. Literally just the brush handle, and you stick a brush head on it. You can use that, pull the head off, put a different head on. I'm like, why? Like, I feel like that seems like so much work. Like, every single step having to take the head off and put another one on and like go back and forth. Like, I would rather just have the brush. Like, I know I'm not a minimalistic person, but still, like, it just seems like too much. So I was really excited about this at first. I was like, I'm gonna buy that right away. But then when I realized that it is not electric, I was like, oh, okay, that's not for me. Not gonna buy it. Like, that's too much. Too much. Even though I really love their brushes, I just don't love the idea of that one. Alright, y'all, so those were all the releases from the past 2 weeks that personally grabbed my attention. I would love to know what you have been purchasing or not purchasing, if there's been anything that you liked but didn't buy, or didn't like but still bought. That would be an interesting story, a little twist. I can't stop babbling, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.